Wow, what a takeover event. Bruh, this was, man, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy D-Walk71 replaced day with a 4, and I am back. I am back with another review, with another video, my guys. Listen, I know I've been gone. I've been trying to do other stuff, but these wrestling reviews will always come no matter what. No matter what I'm doing, I'm gonna come out with a wrestling review. Anything like, you know. Today we are going to be reviewing NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, and man, this TakeOver show might be up there with probably being one of the best. From top to bottom, each match delivered. A lot of matches exceeded expectations. A lot of crazy stuff happened. A lot of stuff to look forward to in future episodes of NXT. So that's good. So we open up with a fire first match. We had Johnny Gargano come out to probably one of the loudest pops of the night, taking on Andrade Cien Almas with his new manager Zelina Vega. If you don't know, that is Rosita from TNA. She was like part of this Hispanic group that wasn't LAX and TNA, but they had some people from LAX, like the Mexican Superman. I forgot Supermex. I forgot his name. But yeah, it was that. The match was incredible. It was a great opening match. These two went back and forth. I mean, this was probably one of Andrade Cien Almas' best matches in NXT. This is a breakout performance for him. I like the story continuity in this match also with the t-shirt. We'll talk about that a little later. Man, that was good. It was getting to a point where I thought they were going to bury Cien Almas again in another match at a TakeOver event with this new push he's getting. Yeah, let's get into just some of the counters. So I like that Andrade Cien Almas worked on Johnny Gargano's arm, and he actually used that kind of as a weapon towards the end of the match. But man, the counters and power by him, like Andrade Cien Almas reversed the Gargano escape into like a one-arm power bomb into the corner, into the turnbuckle, kind of like a buckle bomb. You had Johnny Gargano go crazy when he did a suicide dive and then hit not a corkscrew, what's the thing? I forgot, a springboard DDT. There we go. Killed Andrade Cien Almas. Man, this match was incredible. So many near falls. I thought Johnny Gargano was gonna beat him so many times. Like I said, they show how powerful this knee move he does, because when he did it, they did so many setups for Andrade Cien Almas with his running knee to the corner. They did so many false setups, but the ending of this match was a good ending for the story between Gargano and Ciampa, where Zelina Vega threw Johnny Gargano threw Johnny Gargano the DIY t-shirt. Andrade Cien Almas took advantage of it, hit his finisher. 1, 2, 3. My boy Andrade Cien Almas wins the match. He breaks his curse of losing at all NXT takeovers, almost, except for the first one he debuted on. So happy for him for that victory. I like the story of it because Johnny Gargano looked like he just saw a ghost or something when he saw the t-shirt, because he was backing back from the t-shirt. It shows how much DIY affects him, you know, the whole story with he's trying to get away from that now because he's his own person now. So this is pretty interesting to see what else is going to happen between Gargano and Ciampa. Hopefully we'll see Ciampa soon. The next match we ended up getting, which was a match I didn't think was going to be great, and the match ended up being fire, fam. Oh my goodness. We had Authors of Pain taking on Sanity for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and the match was fire, dog. Okay, so we had the match, you know what I'm saying, and it looked like they started off brawling already. I thought the match was going to end in no contest just to build up for another match, but no, they actually had the match. They was destroying each other. Eric Young put out a table, set up a table for later, which was an amazing spot. And then what happened was Eric Young took Big Damo's spot instead, and he wrestled. So it was Wolf and Eric Young. And Authors of Pain really showed their dominance, because they were dominating Eric Young for the majority, like at the beginning of the match, until everybody started, you know, doing their thing. They were destroying him. They were tossing him around like a child. Oh my goodness. And then I believe it was Razor Akam was just destroying him until they started playing mind games. He got a tag in on it. Alexander Wolf. a lot of stuff happened, but I like how they outsmarted the Authors of Pain too, because I believe they were going for a superplex, and one of them, I believe it was Razor, was gonna powerbomb Akam, but it was gonna cause a superplex, and Sanity held onto Eric Young's leg, so Razor ended up powerbombing his own teammate. That was pretty dope. Eric Young went crazy. He went for a suicide dive, and then Alexander Wolf went from like one of those dives over the top rope where he flips, and then Nikki Cross was like teasing like she was about to do something crazy. And then Paul Ellering, you know, tried to stop it, but she said screw you, got on the top rope, jumped, Akam caught him, and then Big Damo hit his the little splash kind of he does where he just catches you out of nowhere. He just puts his whole body on you, but through a table, and he sandwiched Nikki Cross, and Nikki Cross died, okay? And then Alexander Wolf and Eric Young hit their finisher on the Authors of Pain. 1, 2, 3. We have new NXT. Tag Team Champions. Sorry, I was looking at my phone. This match was incredible. I suggest you check this match out, because this match, it wasn't that it had low expectations, but you didn't think it was going to be as good as it was almost. This was a good match. It was nice. It was good to see. It was good to see Eric Young actually, you know, get in there. Even Alexander Wolf, I didn't even expect him to do stuff he did. He had a German suplex on him. He actually was going crazy himself. It was an amazing. It was a good tag team match. It's what we kind of, you know, start to get. We need more of. We need more good tag team matches. We had Usos and New Day. That was a good tag match. Now we need this. Hopefully SummerSlam we get some good tag team matches. But I don't know if SummerSlam can compete with this. So the next match we end up how could I forget? I marked hard for this. I forgot. So after the match, Sanity celebrating all the good stuff. You know, you thought it's typical ending. Boom! Out of nowhere, Big Damo gets thrown into the stairs, and guess who it is? Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon from Ring of Honor, probably one of the best tag teams of Ring of Honor, like of this past. Like when I started watching Ring of Honor again, these were the tag team that I was actually like really enjoying. Them and the Kingdom and War Machine, those 3 tag teams. Man, they destroyed everybody and already laid their claim on the tag team titles. They took out everybody. I thought they were just going to take out Sanity. They took out Razor and Akam. And they ended up hitting their finisher too. The kick to the head with a brain buster. Bruh. I didn't even think they were going to be able to use a brain buster on WWE TV. And they actually did it. That really caught me off guard. I don't remember last time a brain buster was used on WWE TV in this current era. That is crazy to me. So yeah, then after that, you know what I'm saying, they held up the NXT Tag Team Championships, you know, letting everybody know what's coming for them, the NXT Tag Team Championships. And they also kicked the crap out of everybody too, like literally was kicking people. Speaking of kicks, nice segue into probably might be match of the night for me. It was a hard-hitting match between Hideo Itami and Aleister Black, and this match was everything I asked for and more. This was Christmas for me, honestly. This match was hard-hitting from start to finish. They were literally trying to kill each other. If you have ever wanted a New Japan match in WWE, this is the match you want to watch. Man, they were kicking each other. It got to the point where Aleister Black's nose was bleeding. But before we talk about that, let's talk about his entrance, man. His entrance. Oh my God. He had a whole band playing while he was rising from his little coffin thing or whatever he does. And he was just like, they performed his entrance live. They gave him that epic entrance. And then him and Hideo Itami had, ooh, man, they were, I'm surprised only a nosebleed is on. That's it. I'm surprised nobody has like a broken skull or something. They were kicking the crap out of each other. Aleister Black with his little combos, Hideo Itami with those stiff kicks. Oh my goodness, that match made both of them stars. But I think it's time for Hideo Itami to go to the main roster. Honestly, there's nothing else for him to do in NXT. I don't think there's nothing really else. I feel like him being on the main roster, you could do something maybe. Hopefully they don't put him with the cruiserweight division because, you know, he's small. But man, that match was clean. I really enjoyed it. You know, the near falls. You know, I thought Hideo Itami might win with the Falcon Arrow from the top rope, and then he had a Falcon Arrow, just a regular Falcon Arrow, because why not? Aleister Black did like almost an Undertaker-esque move where he got hit with like I believe it was the Falcon Arrow the first time, and he just got back up and just looked at David Tommy in his face like, that's all you got? And then they just start hitting each other some more. And then Aleister Black, well, David Tommy was about to go for a clothesline. Aleister Black ducked and hit him with the Black Mass for the 1-2-3. Aleister Black won the match, and man, this can honestly be his claim to be a #1 contender. This match, I suggest, every match on this card was great. I really suggest you go watch this match. This match was fire, fam. I give this match 2 thumbs up, bro. That was an incredible match. So then after that, what did we get? We just had, after that, we had the first singles championship match, essentially. We had Ember Moon versus Asuka. We had people in the crowd. We had Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and what's that girl's name? Bailey. There we go. The chick everybody boos, but she's supposed to be a lovable face. Was in the crowd. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting too excited. They were in the crowd, and then they had the women's match, because why not? And the story behind this match was, Asuka has this undefeated streak, and they're trying to make it seem like Ember Moon was gonna, defeat it. You had also the story of Asuka basically cheating her way almost with Ember Moon only because she knows, because apparently Ember Moon thinks that she has put fear into Asuka, and also that she didn't hit her Eclipse. So if she hits that move, then she's gonna win the title for sure. And we found out, nope. So match happened. Instantly, Asuka went for the arm. Like probably a couple minutes in, they were fighting each other, and then Asuka took it to the outside and instantly worked on that arm. And man, it was so many times I thought she was really trying to break her arm. It got a little hard to watch almost. She was literally trying to break her arm, but it created an amazing story for the babyface to try to come back. Ember Moon was trying to fight with that messed up arm. Asuka kept going at it, nibbling at her broken arm. Not broken arm, but just her messed up arm, or whatever you want to say it was. And it was getting to a point where I thought Asuka might lose. It was a couple times, but I knew after she hit the Eclipse with no momentum behind it, she just did it. I knew she wasn't gonna win. I knew Asuka was gonna kick out because Ember Moon put no momentum into it. She didn't do like a comeback sequence or something like that. She just did it, and it didn't work. She hit probably one of the cleanest super kicks I've seen in a minute, where she kicked Asuka and Asuka flew across the ring. I thought she killed Asuka. Asuka kicked out of it, and then Asuka hit the Asuka lock on Ember Moon. Surprisingly, I haven't seen her use that move in a long time. Hit the Asuka lock on her quick. Ember Moon instantly tapped out within a couple seconds. The match was great. It was another great match to watch, and I think they gave Ember Moon, that's probably her last takeover match, because it seemed like she's ready for the main roster. I think Ember Moon's ready for the main roster. She's developed I guess she's developed a good enough character for main roster, because after they do a little thing, they give you a segment. Asuka left the ring, and then Ember Moon's holding her arm, and then they're saying thank you, Ember, because I thought they were gonna do something with I guess Yukari Sane, the girl with the amazing elbow drop from Japan, but maybe she might be the one to defeat Asuka. I honestly don't know who's gonna beat Asuka, and because Ember Moon lost clean, she has no reason to go after Asuka again, honestly. So yeah, there you go, fam. So then after this, we got our main event: Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship. And before that, WWE trolled everybody because they showed Kevin Owens in a black suit, looking clean, looking like he's ready to whoop somebody's ass. Wait till tomorrow when him and AJ Styles go at it. And then after that, you thought you was gonna see Adam Cole, and then it was Samoa Joe with the hat, with the old man hat, just looking like he's ready to also whoop somebody's ass. So then after that, we get into the match. Drew McIntyre has a I guess they said the NYPD. I didn't know police departments did bagpipes, but they had a group of people with bagpipes doing a performance. Then Drew McIntyre came out. I thought they were gonna play his music on bagpipes. No, they just followed him down the ring. Drew McIntyre looked clean though in his entrance, and then he just sat down on one knee, And then Bobby Roode came out with the same entrance he did at NXT TakeOver Chicago, the one I was there at, because they're starting to get lazy with these entrances. Came out with the red robe, that's different, and he had some new Tron designs too, even more interesting, I guess. So then after that, we had the match, and honestly, the match it was cool. It was nice to watch. Drew McIntyre was for the first the first part of the match. Drew McIntyre was babying Bobby Roode. He was throwing Bobby Roode around like a child. And the thing is, I mean, it's kind of believable because, you know, Bobby Roode is shorter than Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is a tower over Bobby Roode almost. He was looking down. Like, Bobby Roode had to look up at Drew McIntyre. But yeah, it got to a point where he was babying Bobby Roode, and then Bobby Roode had to wait for McIntyre to mess up. And then once he messed up, Bobby Roode was on the offense, beating him up. You know, the regular stuff Bobby Roode does, I guess. It started to pick up more once the ending happened. It started to really pick up once there was a lot of false finishes. I thought Drew McIntyre hit the his old finisher, the Future Shock DDT. Bobby Roode kicked out of that. Then he was trying to go for the Claymore kick, and then Bobby Roode put his foot on the rope and then rolled out the ring. And then you thought Bobby Roode was gonna win again because he had a spine buster. Then he hit the glorious DDT. Drew McIntyre kicks out of it. Then he does it again and then tries to do how he did today with Tommy, where he like rolls around but then still sets up for it. Drew McIntyre got out of it, headbutts Bobby Roode, and then hits the Claymore kick for the 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre is your new NXT champion. That was great. I think it's time. I think it's time for people to be called up to the main roster. I think it's time for Ember Moon, Hideo Itami, and Bobby Roode to go to the main roster. I think Bobby Roode would be great on SmackDown. He would bring something to him. But as for Drew McIntyre, he's the NXT champion. He said he set out and did what he said. He said he came back to NXT. He wanted to prove that he still has a lot to. He wants to come back to NXT because in WWE because he wants to be he wants to right all his wrongs, and he wants to be NXT champion. He did what he said. Not a lot of people do that, so that I commend Drew McIntyre on winning the NXT championship. You know, it was a cool match. It was nice. It was fun. This whole NXT TakeOver show was great. And just when you think the show was over, boom! As soon as Drew McIntyre tries to exit the ring, right on the ring post in the apron, it's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly looking at him, smiling like, "Where do you think you're going?" And then Adam Cole comes out of nowhere and super kicks him and holds up the NXT championship. And we had the new faction with Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole, you know, Future Shock for any Ring of Honor fans, and Bobby Fish. So now we have a new faction. What I thought was going to happen was that it was going to end in like a DQ, like Roderick Strong was going to interfere because, you know, he has beef with Bobby Roode and stuff. But now since Roode's not champion, I guess he can have his match with Roode and it won't matter because he's not going for the title. Because all all Roderick Strong wants is a match with Bobby Roode because Bobby Roode disrespected his family. But I thought since there was the whole rumor about a Ring of Honor faction NXT was going to do, you have Mr. Ring of Honor Roderick Strong, have him interfere, destroy Bobby Roode, then have him brawl with McIntyre, then have Red Dragon and Adam Cole interfere, and boom, you have your big thing happen. And then I don't know, you get a match between them. But I guess it's whatever now. But that might be Bobby Roode's last match in NXT against Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong beats him, boom, then goes to the main roster. Because, you know, you can never just leave NXT without holding your L, without holding a big L at that. So yeah, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 was a good show. And also, let me not forget to mention the intro. They need to do more intros like that. They had a band. They had the band by the name of Code Orange, I believe. They performed their song, which is like one of NXT TakeOver's theme song. And then on the Titantron, it was like a montage of like NXT and Brooklyn and all this other stuff, hyping up. Basically, they took what would be the intro package to a pay-per-view and turned it up to like 100 million, thousand, kabillion, quadrillion almost with the intro. It was fun to watch. It was cool. I don't even listen to that kind of music, but it got me hyped to watch NXT. And then we had all the matches that happened. So this was a great show. I definitely suggest you watch this show over SummerSlam because I don't think SummerSlam is going to top this. I think the main event might do well, but the rest of the pay-per-view is going to be a bore fest almost. But yes, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3 was a great show. I do suggest you watch it. Make sure you like, comment, favorite, subscribe, follow me on all of my social media links down in the description below. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Have a good time. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.